I just wanted to make another little recording for you guys tonight about a new feature that Edulastic has. If you've never used Edulastic before, it's a great digital assessment piece, the tool that can be used to provide immediate feedback for you, for your students, and they've really made your life a lot simpler this year too with one of the features that they've added. Um, in order to access this, when you come over here, when you get to the website, you want to come over to this left-hand side where my cursor's at, be able to show this screen, click on assessments. And then in a new assessment, last year you could just create from scratch. You could choose from the library. This year they've also added one where you can create from a PDF. This is a really nice one that if you already have worksheets that you like or paper tests that you like and you want to get into maybe trying out some digital assessments or just converting your paper test to digital assessments, this is a great way to go about it. So I'm going to walk you through the steps really quick on how to do it. It goes fairly quickly. There's only one part that takes a little bit of time, but you guys can see it through here. So if we upload, again, it has to be a PDF. You can try to drag them from your docs as well, which is kind of nice, or from your drive. But earlier today, I met with a third grade teacher. We were taking a look at a third grade math worksheet that this person used. So once I click on it and upload it, I get pretty much a digital copy of that. So now if I want my students to be able to come in here and take this quiz per se and be able to fill in these spots, all I'm going to do is I've got my choices up here up top about what kind of question I want to ask. You are limited to those 6, so it is fairly limited on what you can ask, but at the same time, if you're just looking for something quick, I think this is a perfect way to go. So in this case, I want a numeric answer, so I'm going to choose the numeric option. It pulls up this crosshair, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that crosshair right in that middle of that. So that's now question number 1. It's going to ask me for the correct answer. In this case, if I go back, I'm looking here, my pattern is adding 11, so if I added 11, the correct answer here would be 57. I save it, and I accept it. Now if I want to add in a second one, again, I click numeric, drop it here beside it, and put in my correct answer. In this case, it would be 63. Go ahead and save that one and accept it. I could do this for each question here. Like this one will be a short 8 questions. So I go through here. As I was talking with that teacher today, it still might be a great idea to have your students do this on paper so you can see their work, but then to enter their answers in. So you get that immediate feedback. You don't have to spend the time grading their test, but yet if you see that a kid's struggling, now you have their work as well to go back and see what did they miss, where were they missing those steps, or what was their lack of understanding. But yet you have that immediate feedback to see where that intervention needs to take place. So let's just say I just only wanted to ask those 2. If I finish and I hit review, I'm going to come up here and title it. So I might say check in, and today's date 9/26. The only one that takes a little bit of time is that you will have to attach a standard to each one. So this was a third grade math. So just to mark something in, this was operation. So I'm going to add, we'll say if that was adding. I'm going to do the same thing for this one again. It might make it very easy if you know that you're within one grade level or one grade band, or especially in one standard. I haven't found a way to just automatically fill in yet. I don't think that that's possible. You can add in the DOK levels, but you don't necessarily have to. So once you have that in, you could change the point total for each one if you would like. Once you get done, if you publish and assign, you can push that out. For right now, I'm going to assign later and not worry about it. One nice thing that we can do then, if I go back into assessments, that assessment's right here. I can push that out at any time. I could also view what it's going to look like for the students. So now it's going to look, this is what the students will view. And actually, sorry, I take that back. It's not going to let me do it that way. So if I assign it to my class, let's do it this way. If I just push it out very quickly, so you guys can see it. If I go back, I could actually preview this. See if it'll let me do it this time. So now, again, you just get that worksheet. The students will click on number 1, number 2 whenever they're ready to answer. That's all they have to do. They enter their answer in, they click next and submit, and they've got it from there. So does shorten your life up, makes it a little bit easier to give out, especially if you have those paper tests that you like and you're wanting to go digital. It's a perfect way to do it. If you have any questions or if you want to try this out and you're not necessarily comfortable with it yet, email me. I would be glad to come in, help you out, trying to get your assessments digital. Coming from the classroom last year, I absolutely loved Edulastic. It cut down on my grading time. It allowed me to focus more on what I wanted my students to learn and gave me a quicker picture of what I needed to go back over and what my students were doing well in and what they weren't. So, but yeah, I think I would highly, highly suggest your use of Edulastic if you're not using it a whole lot right now. But like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great night, guys.